Hello, I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan, and today's video is all about the best physical sunscreens for skin of colour. That's Asian, African skin. So Fitzpatrick 4 to 6. We struggle with this because the bottom line is the two main ingredients are zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, and both these ingredients are very white on the skin. And so lots of people have tried to formulate sunblocks which don't give you that white cast so much. But to be honest, it's trial and error. So I've basically done the trial and error for you to break it down and make it very easy for you. So first of all, let's start off by talking about why do we want a physical sunscreen? Is physical better than chemical? And in one simple word, the answer is yes, for a number of reasons. Well, first of all, when you're talking about zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, they're broad spectrum. That means that they cover UVA and UVB. Now that's important because when you look at the back of any sunblock and it tells you, for example, SPF 50, that only tells you how much protection you're getting from UVB rays, not UVA. So UVB, easy way to remember is B for burning. That's what, those are rays that basically burn the skin. UVA stands for aging. It's very easy. So that means that UVA leads to fine wrinkles, it reduces your elasticity and can lead to pigmentation. So number one, it's very important to have a broad spectrum sunblock, and physical sunscreen does that. The other reason why I love physical sunscreen is that it basically sits on the skin like a shield, and so rays basically just bounce off the face. Now this is great, especially when you're already outside. It means that it starts working immediately, unlike chemical sunblock where you have to apply it 20 minutes before you leave the house. Now, I don't know about you, but when I go to the beach or a swimming pool with my children, I don't have the luxury of going back inside to reapply my sunblock. That just isn't going to happen. So for that reason too, especially when you're on holiday, I would highly recommend that you purchase yourself a physical sunscreen. It's also great for melasma prone skin. So don't forget, when you have a chemical sunblock, the way it works is by breaking bonds. UV will break the bonds and it almost acts like a sponge, but actually a thermal reaction is taking place. So you're getting thermal energy on the skin. And as you know, when you have melasma, we can't afford any energy on the skin, whether it's from UV, whether it's from infrared heat, whether you're cooking over a stove and heat is on the face. All these things can lead to your melasma worsening. And so we don't really want that on our skin. And I would never apply that to my own skin because I myself have melasma prone skin. I get melasma here and here. The other thing to note is physical sunscreen is great for sensitive skin. So I also have sensitive skin and it's actually very soothing. So if you have sensitive skin, I'd also opt for physical over chemical. The problem is, I've been asked so many times, Dr. Rattan, please, can you do a drugstore one? Go into Boots or, Superdrug and tell us which are the best physical sunscreens. Physical sunscreens tend to be more expensive than their chemical counterparts. And this is actually the main reason they don't exist in drugstores. Well, not from what I can tell. I've been to Boots so many times thinking, today's the day I'm going to film the best physical and chemical sunscreens for skin of colour. And lo and behold, they're all chemical, 100% chemical. So actually I would tell you, don't buy from your Boots, etc. Purchase online. And these are my top 3. So my third favorite sunblock is Drunk Elephant Umber Sheer Physical Defense. This formulation is fantastic. 20% zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is actually even better than titanium dioxide because it's broader spectrum and it's more stable. So that's fantastic. The second reason I love it is because it's great for skin of colour. It literally melts into your skin, which means you don't get that white cast that you ordinarily get with physical sunscreens. So this is a fantastic option. The next one is IT Cosmetics CC Plus SPF50. So this is also great because it's got different shades, so you can actually match your skin tone if that's what you like to do. So you can actually use it as a foundation or as a concealer. The other thing to note is it has a matte finish, so it's important to note that in case that's not something that you want. In addition, I wouldn't reapply this one throughout the day because of the matte finish. I'd reapply with a brush on sunblock on top of your makeup. I've actually done a whole video on being on holiday last year when we were not in isolation and how I topped up my sunblock throughout the day every 2 hours using cream in the morning and then powder throughout the day. So make sure you head over and check out that video if you want to see how to top up throughout the day. Now, if you've watched enough of my videos, you will hear me talking about my favorite physical sunblock for skin of color quite a lot. And that is, of course, Color Science SPF50 Face Shield. So I use medium color and I'm wearing it right now underneath my makeup. And then what I do is I actually top up with the powder formulation. So I can even show you right now actually what it looks like. So I tend to focus on the areas that I get pigmentation, which is basically this. And you do it for about 10 seconds. Important to do it for a long enough amount of time that you're actually coating the skin and not just, you know, mentally thinking you've done your sunblock, but you haven't actually. Right, and moving on to my last face shield, and these are the Dr. V sunglasses. If you haven't seen this already, you've not been watching enough of my videos. Basically, this will protect you against melasma in this area. So melasma often start off as tiny little freckles in this area. They actually look like beauty spots almost and look cute. And actually that's the early signs of melasma. That's your skin telling you you're not protecting your face enough. And what ends up happening is those little freckles, they get darker, larger, they start to amalgamate and form patches. Then we get something called cell talk, which is just brilliant. It basically will tell cells on the other parts of your face that they've been triggered and those melanocytes should be triggered too. And that's basically how you get spreading of melasma. And that's why it's important to nip it in the bud. As soon as you see those little freckles almost on your cheekbones, you have to block UV. Otherwise, it's just a downward spiral and you get to a point a few years in where you're going to need professional treatment, and that's what we do at the Hyperpigmentation Clinic. I basically developed the world's first pigmentation treatment for skin of color. We've done about 30,000 cases to date with a 95% success rate. But my dream would be for people not to have to come, for people to be able to treat themselves at home, to not get the melasma in the first place. And that's why I developed these. So these are anti-melasma sunglasses. And whenever I go driving, I literally pop them on. I've actually got a really small face. And these are basically the world's largest sunglasses. However, when I'm driving or I'm walking or I'm on the beach, when we're not in lockdown, then it's really important that I don't have UV hitting my skin because I know the following day my melasma will look worse. Good, so I hope you found today helpful. I get asked all the time for my favorite physical sunblocks, so I hope you find it as useful as I hope as you do. My words aren't even coming out properly anymore. And today I've got about 7 more videos to film for you, so I'm gonna go and change my top so that they look like they've been filmed on a different day. Thank you very much for watching. Please can you write down below what videos you want me to make next for you, and tell me if there are any brands you want me to review. And also don't forget to download your free guide, your free ebook for skin of color. I spent a lot of time putting it together to give you the knowledge and power so that when you go shopping, you know what's good for your skin. Thank you very much for watching.